Sairam students, I hope all of you are doing good. This week is going to be a revision week, students, wherein we will cover up revision of all the topics which are a part of your periodic test. Now, this periodic test will be similar like what we had in our first periodic test. The paper pattern continues to be the same. This class, we will begin with the revision of writing skill, and the topic is message writing. So go get a book and a pen so that you jot down all the important points. Also, students, don't forget to watch the actual videos along with the revision videos. There, the topic was dealt in detail. This is going to be just a revision. Okay? So let's get started. Before that, let us understand what is a message. It's a short, informal piece of writing conveying information received over telephone, public address system, or in person to a person for whom the information was intended but was not at hand to receive the information. So basically, what is a message? It's like it's a short piece of information which is put across by a person over telephone, or the person has come in person to see the other person for whom the message is, but the other person is not available to receive the message. So in that case, the person who is around to take the information takes it and conveys it to the actual person for whom the message is intended. Clear? That is what is message. Now students, message writing has certain key points which we need to keep in mind while drafting a message. There's a format which we need to follow. So in this class, I will quickly just tell you about those key points. I'll show you the format, how to write a message. So please pay attention and be very alert when I am going through the format of message writing. Key points to be remembered while drafting a message. First is, a message must be very brief and precise. Yes, you will convey only what has to be conveyed. Whatever the person wants to be conveyed, to the other person, you will convey only that piece of information. So let your message be very brief and precise. In short, it should stick to the word limit of 50 words. This is when you actually write the message for your exam. Okay, so this particular rule is applicable then. Next is salutation. Okay, in letter writing we write salutation, right? Respected sir, respected ma'am, dear sir, dear ma'am, dear mom. That is called as salutation. So salutation can be informal. So what can it be? Basically, if it's a message for your mom, so you'll write dear mom. If it's for your father, you'll write dear father. If it's for your brother, you'll write your brother's name. Sister's name if it's for your sister. So the salutation is informal. Clear? Next, do not add any additional information. Okay, only the piece of information which has to be passed on from one person to the other only that piece of information will be a part of the body of the message. Okay, you will not add anything extra. Okay, it has to be short and to the point. Plan before you pen. Just make a list of the important points. Very important, students. Before you jot down the message, you should know what all things will be a part of your message writing. Jot it down and then start writing your message. So let us see what are the relevant details which will be a part of message writing. We have the name of the person who gave the message. Okay, so that particular person's name has to be there. The reader should know from whom the message has come. Okay, so name of the person who gave the message. Then date and time of receiving the message. The date on which the piece of information was shared. The time at which the person called or came in person. Okay, so these two again important part of your message writing. Next is content of the message. Okay, the main body of the message, the main message which has to be conveyed to the other person. Okay, so it includes a follow-up action required if there's something to be done. For example, your brother is not at home. Okay, and your brother's friend calls up asking him to carry his say science practical book. So when he is not around, you will draft a message for your brother wherein you will mention that he has to carry his practical book to school the next day because his friend called for the same. He wants his practical book. So this is the action required to be done. Clear? So this has to be a part of the message writing. Okay, moving ahead. Double check for grammatical accuracy and spellings. Once you have drafted the message, you will check, okay, if there are any errors in spellings, any spelling mistake is there, you will rectify them. Next is, do not use long sentences. Avoid using long sentences. It may confuse the reader. Next is, indirect or reported speech to be used. Compulsory. Okay. Now, what happens over here is, you are receiving a message from one person for somebody else. Okay, so you take the information, but when you are conveying the information, you have to write it in reported speech. Okay, because you are conveying the message to some third person. Right? So you will write the message in indirect speech or reported speech. End the message with the name of the person writing the message. So if you are writing the message, you have to end the message with your name. The reader should know who has written it. Okay, who has received the information from XYZ person. So the reader should know who has written the message. Okay. Last is, enclose the message within a box. Very, very, very important. After the message is written, you put the entire message in a box. Let me show you the format. Here I have, okay, pay attention. How do we write? Center of the page, in block letters, we write message, okay, and then you write the date. Can you see? Date and time important. You will not write down DATE and then write down the date. No. This will not be a part of your message. You will directly write down 15th October 2020. Next line you will write down 10 a.m. Clear? Then comes your salutation. Here you have your salutation. Dear mother, dear father, dear sister, okay, dear grandpa. So, for whom the message is, accordingly you will write down the salutation. Next, we will write down the body. The actual message will come here. Okay, what information has to be conveyed will come here. Okay, that will come over here in one paragraph. Okay, and then here comes the writer's name, the person who is writing the message. So if you are writing the message, you will write your name or the name that is in the question. You have to be very, very alert. Okay? So keep these things in your mind. So that's it for message writing, students. Please go through the format and the key points of message writing, which are very, very important. Okay, be very thorough with these points. Until we meet next, students, you will take care of yourself. Sai Ram and bye-bye.